For me. Anywhere the calendar is where I need to be. Girl, you have man underneath. Baby girl, you a masterpiece. Oh Lord, yeah, where the calendar is where I need to be.
Good morning and welcome to Sunup on 7. My name is Tanata Samoskad.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Mendes. Welcome to your Monday episode, and thank you so much for welcoming Renat into your space. Ren, let's tease on what can they expect on today's show.
It is brewing, it is stewing, it is all the way marinated. Beef is in, Jules is coming on, and we're going to be talking about a range of different things. So stay tuned, hold on to your seats. Let's get prepared for what this is coming with. But what else do we have up our sleeve, Pepito?
Stella World is joining us today because they have incredible deals coming up this month. And of course, we would like to know what those deals are looking like today.
All the goodness, so much more, ranging from things of the art and all other things under the sun. But you know how this works. Put your comments in the comment section, make it live, interactive, and disrespectful. Of course. Shall we get to the couch?
One for me. Anywhere the calendar is where I need to be. Girl, you have man underneath. Baby girl, you a masterpiece. Oh Lord, yeah, where the calendar is where I need to be. My girl, so you gotta leave. I've come to find that the truth isn't what we were told. So where
to everybody on Sunup.
do I seek the answer that's worth looking for today?
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there and more.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. It's Monday, May 18th. I want to say thank you so much for welcoming Renat into your space. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or cable TV, we're going to have a great start of the week. Before we get into everything, let's bring you the weather, and that's courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning. Surface observation show no rainfall occurred across the country last night. A gusty east to southeasterly airflow will continue to support warm and mostly dry weather. The forecast is for sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers, if any, are likely to be isolated. High temperatures are expected to reach about 90 Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 Fahrenheit inland, and 83 Fahrenheit in the hills. Overnight temperatures are expected to be about 83 Fahrenheit near the coast, 74 Fahrenheit inland, and 68 Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds are from the east to southeast at about 10 to 20 knots with occasional higher gusts. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate, becoming rough at times. Therefore, operators of small crafts are advised to exercise caution. A high tide can be expected at 10:20 this morning and low tide occurs at 2 minutes after 6 this evening. The sun will set at 18 minutes after 6 this evening, and the moon will set at 8:46 tonight. In the outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for continuing warm, windy, and mostly dry conditions. And that concludes this morning's weather report and forecast produced at the National Meteorological Service. For more information, you can log on to our website at nms.gov.bz or on the Belize weather app.
Sunup 7 family, that was the weather and that was the travel cam, but now Jules is ready on the couch. I did not see him bring any okra today, so we're not serving beef with okra, but definitely beef they get served today. Right, Jules?
Yes,
Good
beef
morning.
is getting served.
You like your beef with okra?
It's an acquired taste. You know, I'm a vegan.
So are you sometimes. So
I'm a vegan,
I'm
so
just saying. You.
I'm a vegan.
Yet you serve the beef.
Yes, that's.
Doesn't that
these are
kind
the
of go against?
This is the contradictions we engender in life.
Okay, just double checking. You know what happened.
That's why it's such weird servings of beef, right? Because he does not
Exactly.
eat it. But
It's
he was
for
like,
someone who
this is for
doesn't
you.
know how beef is eaten.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
That's
Obviously,
why-
I'm not a vegan.
He's like, I would never do that.
I don't
So,
think you
Jules,
got no big
you
back
not bring,
vegan.
You not bring no
Sorry.
That's what he said.
Just like I said that under the mic. Go
You
ahead.
just slide it underneath there. So we not bring the pressure tester.
That's
I don't know why they give you things. You know. They can't give you nice things because you don't know how.
You know what?
apply.
And yesterday was World Hypertension Day.
Oh.
So we need to emphasize the importance of testing
Yes.
for high blood pressure. But you know, so many people with medical knowledge have criticized me for doing it wrongly. Right? That I'm spreading misinformation, right? But I will do it next time I'm here. I have no problem doing it.
Okay. We're gonna wait on him.
Because
We're gonna hold him to his
11060, that way they
110
call me out the road.
The 11060.
11060, as in see me, 11060.
As I see the year, 11060.
Yep.
So we have some couch talk to dive into. Let's talk a little bit about the radio silence coming from Rosado at this point in time, the Compo.
The dark and repressive regime of Richard Rosado continues its forward march into public life of Belize. Let me explain. Those who follow Facebook news over the weekend would have noticed that there was much less crime news being posted, right? And I mean especially by the news blogs, right? There was much less crime news being posted. That is because a directive was sent out last week by the police department. I believe it was sent maybe on Thursday, saying that all the information usually shared on the police WhatsApp chat groups, which they call blogs, all the information is no longer to be shared. That is to go strictly to the commanders on their personal WhatsApp.
Oh, wow.
So they took out of all the groups the police reports that would normally be shared. Why did they do this? Because the police senior command is vexed, and it has been that way for many years, is vexed that information that is put on those blogs, what they call blogs, WhatsApp groups, are shared with the press. So as soon as a report is compiled, it is shared through a back door. Through a back door with the media. It's called a leak.
Man.
It's called a leak. And then the media posts information which serves the purpose of keeping society informed.
Yes.
An informed community is a safe community. If a crime happened a street from your home, you have to know.
Yeah.
Keeping it a secret only empowers criminals.
100%.
Okay, but it's a leak. I accept that. You know, the police department has accused us variously of corruption. They've said that we are corrupt. the media is corrupt and facilitating corruption. And that they have made suggestions that we are paying police officers for this information, which is false. Indeed, it is not the best practice for police officers to leak this information. But it is what has to be done because there is a dysfunctional police press office, dysfunctional to non-functional. I don't want to be excessively unkind. I work with these people. However, if you are going to take away a main source of information, shut it down, and you are not going to replace it with anything. A man, I believe, was shot and died in Santa Helena this weekend. There's no information on it because the press office not send me nothing. And they have cut off all the leaks. This creates an unsafe society, but the dark and repressive regime of Radio Silence Rosado loves this. This is a police commissioner who is presiding over, whether directly or indirectly, presiding over the largest cover-up in Belize law enforcement history. A citizen was kidnapped and caught on camera near a police station, and not a single arrest can yet be made. So, of course, a commissioner like Mr. Rosado is not interested in the free flow of information. He's opposed to it intrinsically. My point is that when you do this, okay, you cannot change. You see, it's a problem they have. They're trying to change the narrative on crime. They're trying to change the narrative on crime. But they can't, because we are an insecure society, a crime-ridden society. But if you can't change the narrative on crime, you can change the news about it. Right? You can, if you can't control crime, you control the narrative.
Right.
That's what they're doing, seeking to control the narrative on crime by cutting off the public information. I believe in radical transparency. Belize sinks deeper into corruption every day that they keep the smart stream closed. The government is corrupt because we allow it, because there is no transparency. The minute they open that smart stream, you will see money going to politicians' accounts, their personal accounts. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've seen it. Sports allowance, so-and-so allowance. This is allowed to happen because the smart stream remains closed and it fuels corruption. Incredibly, with the police department, due to the rise of WhatsApp, the instantaneity of communication, the shareability of everything, we had achieved a kind of transparency with these leaks. And I support it because I believe radical transparency is the only way to keep a society informed. If we had that, we would not have the corruption we have in the government. We would not have it. We would have a portion of it because you can't stop them.
Yeah.
They are pigs at the trough. My point is, Mr. Rosado's repressive radio silence regime cannot control crime, but they're seeking to control the narrative. They declared an SOE. 3 murders have happened since the SOE. In the SOE zone, there have been more murders, but 3 have happened within the SOE zones. They cannot control crime. They're trying to control the narrative. So, they shut down this flow of information, which keeps society informed. And they have put nothing to replace it. All right, if you want to shut it down and you feel a leak and it's unethical, okay. But you have to put something to replace it because society has to be informed.
Yeah.
They have done no such thing. There was a murder on Thursday night. Friday afternoon, the media, they begged the police press office to please release the information. 20 hours have elapsed, and we can't get no information yet. In the normal course, we would have had that information leaked to us by the morning. And I support the leak. And the officers who do the leak, the senior commands like to accuse them of, corrupt. They are not corrupt. They believe that information is the antidote to crime. They believe that the public has a right to know what is happening in its midst. Mr. Rosado does not believe that. Control the narrative if you cannot control the crime. This is the hallmark of the unhappy cover-up regime that is currently ruling the police department. And the political directorate allows it because the political directorate is also covering up. Because political directorate and law enforcement conspired to abduct Mr. Budna. They both did. So everybody, nobody moved, nobody get hurt. Because we involve and you involve. Would you mind taking that off turbo for me? My point is that we are at a stage where information, the bandwidth, let me explain to you a little morsel of history that nobody knows.
What's that?
In the 70s, a gentleman that used to work here, a broadcaster, a reporter, a journalist, he explained to me, he started working at Radio Belize in the 70s as a young man. He explained to me how they would get police reports. You would go from the Albert Catus building over to the Premier's office. The Premier's office is where the Supreme Court building is now, so it's a few hundred feet. You would go to Premier George Price's office, and the Premier would read the police blotter, as it was called then. The Premier, George Price, would decide what stories get reported.
Oh. Okay.
That was the early 70s. George Cadle Price would read to the Radio Belize, state control radio, the only electronic media, active censorship. That is what, that was good. That's another era, 50 years ago. But to think that we can do this now. The bandwidth for information is so great due to the explosion of social media. The public's expectation on remaining informed. Yet you want to go back to Radio Belize. That's the way I want. That's what the radio silence regime of Rosado, Richard Rosado, wants. Make we go back to 1972. Come make we read the thing and we decide we're going out. No, you do not have that option. We, the citizens of this country, have an expectation. We have an expectation. In the government, you all continue to confound it and obfuscate your devilish deeds.
Wow.
Fortunately, in the area of crime reportage, because of the courageous, not corrupt, the courageous pro-democracy behavior of police officers who said the public need to know this spreads. Make us send it to Jules or make us send it to whoever. Make us send it to so-and-so media house. The public need to know how many shots were fired when 70 shots were fired in front of Horizon Academy on that, when they had that shootout on the highway. 70 shots were fired. You think the public no need to know how many shots were fired? The public needs to know. It is our right to know. But there is a move, and it was active this weekend. It went into effect. Nobody, not saying nothing from none of the blogs. Now, when you do this, you incapacitate the police department itself. Because why that was put on the blogs is because they are a vast 3,000-person network of law enforcers. And everybody needs to know everything that's happening as much as is possible. Because awareness leads to effective policing.
I can see it, yeah.
So the reason that those things were shared on the blog is so that if a crime happening at Corozal involving so-and-so vehicle, okay, on the need to look out for so-and-so vehicle heading south. Cut off their nose to spite their face. Because now even if a crime happens, even if law enforcement is weakened, it won't be reported because we don't know. We don't know what's happening in our midst.
Yeah.
It is a very dark and repressive tactic. Fine. if you all want to do that, but you have to activate or make functional the police press office, which is non-functional. It is as useful as a shilling water in a raging house fire.
Yeah.
You want to say?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how the many narratives that this puts forward, you know, in terms of like recently we had the establishment of the SOE and now you have no news as regards to crime. So that people might think, oh, the SOE is working, which can like help them to justify a future SOE which will happen.
Of course.
Which I am like, how often can an emergency happen, right? A state of emergency.
Right.
But the next thing is, I feel like it's just helping people to be like, oh, no crime is taking place, gives people a sense of comfort, but is it really that case? But leaks will still
It's a false sense of comfort. You were saying, but leaks?
But leaks may still happen, you know?
It hasn't happened yet. It may normalize, but it hasn't happened yet.
They really cut off the source for the leaks right now, though. I think that's...
Because only the commanders have the information on their personal WhatsApp. So you cut off the source of the leaks, but you cut off the whole police. Nobody in police knows what's happening. Police officers do not know what's happening.
Oh.
How is this effective? How is this effective? But this is a cover-up cops. They're called the cover-up cops. That's what the senior command represents.
Yeah. I'm also like thinking, there was recently this conversation where the police were telling all these different news outlets on social media to be mindful about the information that they're putting out there, right? To ensure that it's factual. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is their way of controlling what these different outlets are sharing, which would not make sense.
Allow us to be mindful of the information.
Right.
Exactly.
There's not even information being
Yeah,
given.
but you know, we have such a tremendous bandwidth and it's so retrograde. There's so much expectation out there. This is what the society has rightfully grown accustomed to. So,
do you think they can keep this up, though? For how long? Because I'm just also thinking, like you said...
Well, but remember, we are living in an era of silence.
True.
We have a prime minister who does not have press conferences. He gone to Miami the other day. Who knew? No announcement. No, man, that's my business. He went there on state business to talk about the port of Belize development. No. We knew more about Shine because Shine happened to come back with him, or on the same flight. We knew more about the details of Shine's travels for his concert than we knew about the Prime Minister. So let us understand. They have created, from the government perspective, an era of silence. Where we talk to you, you don't talk to us, and we talk to you, it's on a need-to-know basis, and we will decide when you need to know.
Yeah.
We are the government. They have reverted under Mr. Briceño, who is a believer in his father's politics. They have reverted to a 1980 posture. One state radio, one state this. So I'm saying they are trying to throttle the national discussion, to reduce the bandwidth. We have all this bandwidth for information due to social media. They're saying, no. Let's reduce it. Let's bring it down. This is the era of silence. So what the police department is doing is in line with the government objective to limit the free flow of information, to not have press conferences, to not make ourselves available. That's how they operate.
Look at that.
Look at that. We'll see how people continue to go on.
Yep.
Well, let's move on into our next couch topic, which, of course, a lot of people have been looking to see information. There's investigation, immigration department fraud, and who is asleep at the wheel, Jules?
So, yeah, we've reported on it, and I think the public is aware, you know, at the Belize City office of the immigration department, which is where they do nationality services, visa extension, etc. There has been at least one bad actor, and maybe more than one, where at least 800 transactions, roughly valued at $200 each, that's $160,000, were, they reversed the receipts. Certainly more than one person would have had to be involved, so that you pay, and then it's reversed out of the system, the cash is kept. Certainly more than one person would have had to be involved, and they're trying to find out who it is. And I think I received a number that between February and March of this year alone, it was 81,000 that was stolen or embezzled, is the proper word, embezzled from the government. Who is asleep at the wheel? Karim Musa, Tanya Santos, I am asking you, while you all are profiling, and please show some of their lovely tours in Houston, while under the profile, under the travel all over for these clientelism clinics, that the staff at those offices in Houston and New York and Los Angeles are perfectly able to handle on their own. We have the one from March 30th. They're perfectly able to handle on their own. But the minister and even the prime minister have to go to profile. While you all are wasting money, taking chicken bread too. Take the driver too. Make we go to horse race. While you all are wasting money and profiling, they are fleecing the public purse. And the CEO and the minister have to answer. They have to present themselves and say, how did we allow this? You know why I ask? Because it happened before.
Yeah.
The same thing happened before. So does that mean the accounting officer wasn't saying, well, you know, this might happen again?
It was not a check and balance, something put in place.
It happened 2 years ago, the same thing.
Yeah.
Receipt reversal.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything more. They were asleep at the wheel. Karim Musa recently took over the ministry, but it was the prime minister there before and the CEO, Tanya Santos, a person of high integrity, has been the continuity. But how has this been allowed to happen twice in 2 years? It has to be because nobody cares. It has to be because it's not our money. But it's very alarming. The entire scale of the fraud isn't known, but it's very conspicuous because this ministry, this particular minister loves to go and profile at these international or these immigration clinics in the U.S. I'm glad the Belizeans out there are getting service. But the minister, and guys, do we have the video? But the minister does not, hold on, let me just send it to them, I apologize. But the minister does not have to go.
Yeah.
The prime minister does not have to go. The driver does not have to go. Those people do not have to go. So I'm just saying that there is something really wrong. Oh my, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't put it here. 1 second, let me just send it to them, forgive me. But I'm saying that 1 second, yeah.
Yeah, because it does look like a level of micromanagement. Like, why do you have to be present to ensure that this takes place?
Of course.
Even look at the micromanager. Just look at the idea of going into one of these trips and being a part of it. But we do know that they did make mention moving forward, and this was after some of those trips, where they're going to be looking at having less persons and only necessary persons being going on trips, remember, because they have to cut back on costs. That was mentioned before, that they were going to be looking and cutting back on costs.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, this is the culture, right? You leave a minister to his own devices. This is what he will do, right? They love to travel. They love to profile, right? They love to look like they, and it's a way of gaining votes as well, because those people in the diaspora, they do vote. So I'm just saying, where is the priority? Is the priority on keeping money safe, or is the priority on profiling and traveling? And you know, they sent out a release saying no interviews will be given at this time. That's not your choice. You're in charge. Interviews have to be given. Interviews have to be given. See, there they are, profiling prime minister, turned talk show host and content creator. Bro, we never elect you for that. Anyway, let me not...
It also makes me question the legitimacy of these documents that were, you know, involved in all of this fraud, right?
Yeah.
And we are already under a level of scrutiny from foreign governments in regards to our immigration, and all of these looks like we have a new passport, which is still under the process of it is to make us eligible for like Schengen visa and all of these things, right? So like, how does this embezzlement that happened at this
Yeah.
apartment affect
Our international profile, yeah,
our
yeah,
international
yeah.
profile?
Yeah.
I mean, Jules, besides just looking at what CEO and Minister Musa are doing, I'm just also looking at the aspect of treasury and accounting and so forth. And how are we also not being mindful or monitoring? If you're seeing even 20 reversals, isn't that something to look at and say, why is so much reversals happening? We had 800 and that was something swept under the rug and not reported on. So I'm also kind of putting a fine tooth comb going through. It's like there's supposed to be a documentation, and it raises a big red flag of why is there so much reversal. That's something that doesn't happen very often, that people are changing their minds so much. So even say with 100, what's going on there? Why there's so many different persons reversing? Why is there so much reversal? And then there's several persons have to be involved.
Asleep at the wheel, nobody is supervising, right? Nobody is supervising. Someone had to authorize these reversals, right? But I'm just saying that this has happened before.
Yeah. About 2 years ago?
Yeah, but it's just, I understand the immigration department. From I have been in the news for 30 years. There have been endless hustles happening there, PUDP, and it's not necessarily a reflection on the minister, because I have seen good and honest public officials trying to run that ministry the right way. It's at the public officer level. It's at the public officer level that there is corruption. But greater vigilance is needed, and answers are needed. You can't just profile around the world and not paying attention to the main thing.
And I'm surprised that Minister Musa doesn't want to give an interview. He's normally the one that gives an interview.
He is normally, but that's what their release said. No interviews will be given at this time. So we'll continue to try to get answers on it.
Yeah. Jules, now let's talk about the battle over Placencia Lagoon.
Oh my, the battle over Placencia Lagoon.
Yes.
Guys, we have the video from on Saturday. So let's look at it.
Yeah.
Economic Ambassador Mark Espat is at the head of this, right? That's what drew a lot of the attention, right? Because you have a big name in government circles. This is on Saturday. Some of the villagers went out to the location. Let's understand what's happening. They're taking sand from the lagoon and using it to fill up beaches, a beach that has eroded, right?
Yeah.
Beaches all along the injured Placencia coastline have been eroding, right? Significantly. So this is an attempt, I believe, to fill up 100 feet of beach erosion. However, this is not a matter undertaken lightly. Victor, we have pictures of what they did in the lagoon, what the contractor did in the lagoon. Hideous.
Yeah.
Hideous.
Crazy.
Hideous. Any Belizean seeing that will feel sick to their stomach. This is what the contractor, Mr. Lowen, did. He violated the distance he was allowed to go out, and he also violated the term in which he was able to do it. And in his defense, he said, oh, the marine life loves it because we made it deeper for them, and the sand is good. Mr. Lowen, forgive me, we have covered him on the news multiple times. He's a serial offender of rules on Placencia. He's a very capable contractor. Many people hire him. But on Saturday, and if you can show the confrontation, the villagers went out, they blocked the heavy equipment that was working on the beach. You can see there. You can see there they are having a showdown with the police officers out there, saying that, you know, we are going to block this work. The people of Placencia are very possessive over their ecosystem, which is injured. It's injured by years of exploitation and abuse. There's enough blame to go around.
For sure.
Right?
Yes.
And a lot of it is on the immigrants who come there. They call themselves expatriates, but they are immigrants.
Immigrants, yeah.
As the IOM will know. They are immigrants, and they are responsible historically for much of the damage that has been done. In this case, it's a Belizean investor, somebody who is well connected in government circles, and the public on the peninsula is outraged, and I understand.
As
Yeah.
it should be.
You know, like,
Right?
I'm questioning how, because this contractor has had various violations, you know, of like this kind.
Mr. Lowen,
How comes he's allowed to continue practicing? Because I'm sure there has to be a level of regulation that ensures that you have a license to.
where is the oversight?
Yes.
Once Lowen involved,
Yeah.
you have to have active oversight. And where was the Department of Environment with the oversight when he was going on? Why is it that the community had to blow the whistle?
Yeah.
There is no oversight even when you have a repeated offender. Right now, I need to be careful here, but as far as I know, Mr. Lowen is extremely skilled. Everybody hires him. He's ready for roll. And that's why people hire him. He has equipment and he's available. However, he has a history. In our archives, it goes back to 2022. He has a history of running red lights with the Department of Environment. So why were they not paying more active attention to what he was doing?
Yeah.
Wasn't it underneath a company though? That's the only thing I think he was.
Yeah, well, it's the
So-
company that got the permit, and the company hires
Hired
him as a
him.
contractor.
So just underneath that premise, just wondering if they were able to like kind of see that it was him, but also they should be doing checks on these things too, or
Yes.
having somebody come and do a monitoring
Yeah.
just to make sure, because he went over the time and over the area, so they're like two big violations.
No,
in that sense.
it's
So
yeah, of course, and so he should be flagged as requiring special attention.
there should be a list too that are contractors that have violated in the past 5
Environmental Offenders Registry.
Yes, something
Yes, the environmental offenders registry. That's a good one.
100%. Like we joke about it, but there should be something, because if we want to protect our gem here of Belize,
Yeah.
we should be also knowing who hasn't been protecting it in the past, so people know when it's hiring contractors. Okay, I'll hire Kevin, but Kevin has a history of X, Y, and Z, so I'll make sure that Glenn they watch what Kevin is doing a little bit if that's the case. I'm just saying something to allow our staff some kind of check and balance, because will this happen again?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and anyway, but Mr. Lowen, for his part, says he's done a good thing. He made the lagoon deeper, really crazy.
Remember him when he get his sand for the beach, because he was beaching also
He
in
made the
East
lagoon
Sand too?
deeper.
You never
The
get that
animals
part,
Yes,
right?
yes.
The fish love it. They have a dipper.
Yeah, it's a quite remarkable statement. But as a Manatee man, Jamal Galvez pointed out in an interview on Friday, and I want to pull up his exact words, but as the Manatee man pointed out in his interview on Friday, there is concern because those the manatees use areas. Placencia Lagoon is he says Placencia Lagoon is probably one of the most disturbed habitats in this entire country. There is someone dredging in that lagoon every day, and that goes every day for the year, and that has probably been occurring for the past 20 years. In my professional opinion, Jamal Galvez offers, the government should consider the people and the community, and they should consider a moratorium on dredging in that area and give the ecosystem an opportunity to recover from what it has gone through.
Definitely.
So that is what noted a leading conservationist in Belize has said, Jamal Galvez. Moratorium on the poor lagoon.
Yeah.
And I could not agree more.
Definitely highlights, like a weak Department of the Environment in terms of like allowing for these projects to take place, with the monitoring of these projects to be done according to the license that they have. But also like in terms of like research of what is the carrying capacity of this place and how much investment they can have.
Yeah.
The realtors I always talk about the realtors, right? Because they're selling land left, right, and center, wanting to sell you a white beach when in reality there's no beach here, but you have to do a landfill. It's like, what is the regulations behind it in terms of like having a license for a realtor, and where's the ethical guide in all of this? No.
I feel like
The ethical guide is that you pump nature until you can't pump it no more. And that's not acceptable, and that's why the people of Placencia are standing
Hopefully
up.
they were vigilant in that sense to watch and know what's happening and see something going on wrong to make a fuss, because if not, there weren't people checking on it to see. So imagine how far that could have gone.
Real.
How much will be gotten for the beach that they needed, apparently.
Jules, let's move on to our next topic. Now let's talk about this HPV hysteria. And nothing new for the Catholic Church.
The stance has been changed.
Well, you know, you guys have been talking about it, and let me explain. I'll try not to go too hard on the good Romans, because I tend to get a little bit deranged when I'm talking about that institution of the church.
Yes.
And their continued hold on education in our country. But what they're doing, I believe, is actively discriminatory. It
100%.
affects poor children the most, because they are the ones who cannot go to clinics to get this. By turning a neutral public health initiative called the HPV vaccine, that is neutral, by turning it into a debate about a sexually transmitted infection, they have completely distorted a public health initiative. It is not about, you say the Catholics historically have this irrational fear of sex, right? This is well known. They don't teach sex education. They don't support sex education. In the 1980s and 90s, when men and women were dying of HIV and AIDS, they still opposed, I think up until 2010, opposed the use of condoms.
Yes.
When AIDS was an epidemic on the African continent, and the Catholic Church's largest area of growth for followers was on the African continent, and entire families were dying, the Catholic Church would still not support the use of condoms, to control the spread of HIV. So let us be very clear. Try to be calm,
Yeah.
but they are not unaccustomed to witnessing the loss of life needlessly in the pursuit of some religious goal.
Yeah.
So, children who do not get this vaccine will be more likely to contract cervical cancer, and as a consequence, will lose their lives. That does not matter to Rome. Rome no business about that. Rome is business about sex. They are obsessed with the concept that sex be criminalized or be only observed, let me state it properly, be only observed within the context of a heteronormative marriage. Let me not wade into that religious mess. But, you know, briefly in the 1820s, when someone had come up with a smallpox vaccine, I should say the church early on was in favor of the smallpox vaccine, but there arose a lunatic fringe in the 1820s that said that no. The church says you all have to stop giving that smallpox vaccine because God has sent smallpox as a way of determining who shall live and who shall die. A brief interregnum, a brief madness. Let us hope that this too is a brief madness, right? Because Bishop Doric Wright made a sound assessment of the ethical and religious issues in 2016. But for the church to reverse its position now, 10 years later, it's a form of discrimination against those who can least access public health. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the teachings of the church is the least of my brethren. That's mercy, right? That's who you reach out to. So I think it's really wrong-headed. I think that the state should not accept it. The state, yes, the churches own the schools, they manage the schools, but it is the state that funds it.
And it's a state that's supposed to uphold the rights of children too.
Perfectly said.
So it's like, there was a comment that was shared that, you know, like, but the parents choose to send their children to this Roman Catholic school. And they feel like that statement is not entirely true because in some areas, that's the only school that's available. So it's like they have to go to the school and they have to like abide
If
by
not,
the
they would have to
regulations.
go really far to try to find another place
So
for
it's like,
education.
if they had a choice, I'm sure they may not be there, you know?
Yeah.
You know, this goes back to the contraceptive pills. In the 1960s, when there was an explosion, a population explosion amongst the poorest populations who could least afford to bring new life into the world, the Catholic Church still opposed the use of contraception. It is a fundamental theological problem they have with any concept of sex outside marriage. But the HPV is not that. The HPV is neutral. It is not any, it's not, you know, by turning it into a sexually transmitted infection, they have changed or they're trying to change the argument.
Yeah.
But in children, we are simply talking about preventing future death, right? Like eliminating a form of cancer it's such an opportunity.
And all they're asking is just use the space so that people can be able to have access.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even asking for, there's not like asking you to pay for it or anything like that. It's just like allow us the space because some people, although there are clinics that can be nearby and so forth, we don't necessarily know. And on top, it's not like I'm forcing you, Kevin, to take it. You still have to get the permission from your parents.
Exactly.
So either way, it's not like saying as you go to the school, you have to take this, and then because it's happening on our campus, like it's going like that. It's just saying allow us the space to use it so that if parents do say they want to have their child take the vaccine, they can be able to get the vaccine here with no issues, and we can eliminate that in that sense. Because at the end of the day, parents still need to decide. So it's not like we're saying we're forcing it down your throat, but they don't even want to allow the space.
Right. And, you know, the Ministry of Education sent out a statement on Friday. But to me, it's a very weak statement. I understand church and state, they don't want to be in open conflict with the church.
Yeah.
But, you know, they say they remain committed to ensuring that all health-related initiatives conducted within schools are implemented in a manner that respects parental authority, promotes transparency, and prioritizes student safety and well-being. That's not saying anything about the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is archaic overreach into a public health matter. But again, it is not new for the church by trying to change the argument and saying that it's not a matter of consent. It's a matter of more consultation is needed with a doctor in a private clinical setting. I think it will really be a shame on the church. I know that. Let me try to reserve my remarks. I think it will be a great shame on the Catholic Church if they preside over the future ill health of countless girls and boys because of a myopic and archaic reversion on what the enlightened position was in 2016. But, you know, we'll see if they see the light.
Or what pressure will the state put to ensure that...
That is the question,
That's
Kevin.
what we want to see, yeah?
But historically, the state is afraid of the church. It's totally ridiculous that you should be paying for these schools to operate. Yet when they say, we cannot administer, or you cannot, you the state, cannot administer with parental consent a public health initiative in these schools.
Yeah. And what are the public health regulations saying in regards to this, in terms of like having an opposition or having a barrier for the enactment of public health regulations. How is that addressed?
Yeah, well,
That's something-
but yes, but those are rational questions. Religion is not rational, brother.
That is true.
It's not rational. So anyway, let us hope that the state puts on the pressure, but they won't, because the state is afraid of the church, even though the state pays the bills. It's totally ridiculous, and the diocese of Belmopan and Belize is on the wrong side of history, and there is I believe at least one school, that one Catholic school will be still allowing the administration of it.
Okay.
And that is the Jesuit influence. I have yet to confirm, but a school that is close to the Jesuits will be allowing it because it's madness to do otherwise.
Yeah, it's this divide in religions, right? And talking about religions, Jules, now let's talk about this rude boy and the religious right in
Oh my
Belmopan.
gosh, the rude boy. Oh my goodness. First of all, anyway, it's a very difficult argument. You have the post, gentlemen. It's a very difficult argument because, you know, anybody who opposes the objectification of women, as we certainly do, we don't uphold a billboard like that, right?
100%.
Right? The good Miss Nyla Blackman, in the full billboard, she's just lying down. But it certainly is sexually suggestive, and we don't uphold the objectification of women. But let me be clear. There is this delusion, an illusion in Belmopan, started by the good Mr. Price. The city shining on a hill. We believe that the city in the swamp. Right? We are the city in the swamp, literally. That's why they formed Belmopan. Because the swamp got overcome when hurricane had to hit.
Oh, yeah.
So from the city in the swamp, make a tell you no. Not start smelling yourself. Not start thinking you're so pretty.
Oops.
Don't have the illusion that you all are. This is the world, regrettably. Do not try to think that your city, your shining city on the hill, and I say this from the swamp, because I in the drain. I say this from the swamp. Do not delude yourself into thinking that the assaults of culture, which all of us face and all our children must face, that you can be exempt from that in a religious Christian right cocoon. I have news for you all. The doors have come undone on decency long ago. There is a thing called the internet. I don't know if you don't get it yet. But that internet is, yes, and we should not allow it to overtake everything, but it pretty much has. And the messages of objectification and sexification of women are universal. There are much bigger matters than a billboard to be upset and pained about. There are real human lives, people that are in misery and suffering and pain. Do not waste our psychic energy and your pretend spiritual energy to fight a billboard. That don't want to waste of time, in my humble opinion. I don't believe in a religion. I don't uphold religion. So I have a biased perspective. But they too are biased. But it is a massive waste of national energy to have a great discourse about a sexy billboard. Man, you don't know where they're going out here. You don't have any concept of where really they're going out here. Yeah. I don't talk about billboard, brother. Go from here with that, sorry.
Yeah.
Calm. You were saying, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's also that as a result of what we're seeing from the period of story and this now, which is the narrative of policing people's body and people's sexual life, right? Because if you are providing, again, the comprehensive education, empowerment of people, maybe they would not see it in the disturbed way as how they're seeing this billboard, right? So again, it continues with that narrative about we are police, how your body's supposed to look like, you know, how you're supposed to react to these things.
I mean, I don't even think it's about policing a person's body. I understand the way of looking at a sign like that. I've seen worse than that, to be very honest.
Very much so.
In Jamaica, they had the same situation. I was reading up a story on it too, where they were upset about how that billboard was brought. So this is not the first time we're seeing things like this. I just think that in the light of all the things that are already happening in our country, I think there was just the other day I think last week, there's a next story about a next sex offender with a teacher in a school and a 12-year-old child. There's so much other things that are happening where I feel like the energy should be put towards. I'm not saying that I don't see anything wrong with what's being women's body being objectified and all these different things, because I understand that completely and I agree with that completely. I feel like we've gone to a society where we normalize sex and we normalize liquor and all these different things. And anyway, you could stand up on that. But I'm just saying there are bigger things, bigger fish for fry when it comes to what we should talk about, what we should be angry about, the children that are being just subjected to all kind of different things. Let's talk a little bit about that and put our money and our mouth there as compared to a sign that at the end of the day, if they go up on internet, they will still see something with sex in some way, shape, or form. Let's try to look at better education. Let's look at better ways of monitoring sex offenders. Let's look at the police officers that they're seeing all these things happening. Let's get angry about these things that really are dealing with the core and the root issues of, you know, women and their bodies and all these other things too. So I just feel like the efforts could have been done towards something else as compared to just the billboard.
Waste of time.
Yeah, like there are other things.
And
other things.
if any person supporting that are followers of the Israeli Defense Force, I think that says it all. If any of those who are upholding the messages are followers of the IDF online, it better not support ISIS, brother. Anyway, Mecca, let me not go there, but hot button issue. But certainly a total and complete waste of time. And I don't want no missionary to come dictate to me about my religious, spiritual, social norms. But anyway, make we stop there.
Jules, as we wrap up, I feel like it's important to send our condolences to the family of Dr. Eck, who passed away.
Oh, man. What a heroic fight.
Yes. Who passed away last week.
Yeah. You know, we all had a special relationship with Dr. Eck. And, you know, when I put him in the context of Dr. Cuellar, for the media, certainly, these were very special doctors. And I say this because they were always available to talk, to share their knowledge. Health, the public education dimension of health is very important. And Dr. Eck was one of those special doctors who was a gifted communicator, but more than that, he was a career public health officer. He was head of pediatrics, I believe, at the time of his death. He worked at the KHMH for 20 years or more. I hope the KHMH comes up with a statement, but his contribution to public health, and any doctor who does that, I have added respect for, and he will surely be missed.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, he was fighting till the end. He was here on the couch the last time before talking about the new treatment that he was going to be going for. And
that's admirable, you know, like his determination and still.
And the amount of people, big up to them too, because there were so many people that came out in numbers to support the bake sales, to support barbecues, to support any kind of
how much he was loved and appreciated.
That was how much he was loved and appreciated. There were so much people praying for him and of course hoping for the best. But you know, this was the destiny for him for this part. And you know, as he is somebody that is a believer, the Lord called him home. And sometimes we pray for certain outcomes, but God has another outcome for us too. So, you know, condolences to the entire family, everybody that was pushing so hard and they're trying their best to, you know, see another outcome. We pray for comfort for you as you navigate this, and we have him in eternal peace now and happiness. So definitely.
Yeah, I think that his contribution was great. I think we have his funeral is on Thursday. I think we have it on the WhatsApp, guys. Respect to him and respect to his memory and all that he gave, his contribution.
Definitely.
Respect to that.
Yeah. And we also have a sunrise.
We do have a beautiful sunrise. Yes, it's for this Thursday, right?
Thursday, May 21st, at 10 in the morning.
At 10 in the morning, okay.
Yes.
So we do have a beautiful sunrise, and this is from Dorian Enriquez. And where do you think they're from, Jules? Make us say how good you know.
I don't know. That a lamppost that look like somewhere on the Northern Highway. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know.
This
That's a
is
tough
from
one.
San Ignacio.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So wrong.
You are very wrong. I know you weren't gonna get it, but I was just giving a little bit of hope that maybe just maybe
yeah.
because you go about the place, you
Yeah,
would know.
I don't know every lamppost.
You know what? Darn.
I'm working on it.
Gotta be quicker.
I was
than
saying
that.
it's a mangrove, you know? It looks like a mangrove, like a
Yeah,
mangrove
that's what I
leaf.
said.
You need to
earlier.
work on the lamppost mangrove situational analysis and awareness
Yes,
for both
indeed.
of you guys. But thank you so much, Dorian, for sending in this beautiful sunrise. It's hot and it warms up us in the right way. And we hope that you guys continue to feel the good vibes and vibrations from Sunup on 7. Thank you, Jules, for the beef. We're going to go to our first commercial break. And when we're back, we dive into exciting conversations ranging from Festival of Arts to upcoming promotions with Cello World. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service, and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids, and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sherry Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Just before the commercial break, Red and I had a great Monday morning beef conversation with Jules. If you missed that segment, you can always go back and watch our Facebook recorded live. And of course, we invite you to stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages to know our guests and what conversations they bring forward to Sunup on 7. Move on to our first exciting conversation, and we have some updates coming from the Institute of Creative Arts. And to give us those details, we join by Ms. Kim Vasquez, Director of ICA, on our couch. Ms. Kim, good morning.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
We were down at Chocolate Festival, the Institute of Creative Arts. And I think, I remember in the early 2 or 3 years when the festival had started, back when it was called Cacao Fest, we were down there. It has been some time since
I was
ICA.
even conscious the name changed, Cacao Fest.
It's now called the Chocolate Festival of Belize. So we were down there. We took an activity for children. They were making chocolate bunnies. They were making their own little puppets.
How was the turnout?
It was the energy was fantastic, and we engage. We estimate between 50 to 60 children engage in puppetry activities at our booth. That was a real treat for our staff, for our team to be able to be down there for that.
Can you remind our viewers that maybe unaware of the festival of chocolate?
Yes, yes.
What's the intention and what's the?
I believe it is to promote the industry, the potential as well, and also of what it can do for Toledo and their community. That literally, should become or moving towards being the chocolate capital of Belize.
They call it their gold.
Right, that's their gold, right? And so, yes, we couldn't get a room down there, but I mean, we had to go on the outskirts in San Marcos to get a room. But this is good because if you can have that amount of activity around a cultural festival for one weekend, you can easily see how they can expand to have, more chocolate visitations and activities throughout the entire year, as well as with the other culture, because PG is such a powerhouse when it comes to the different cultures, I don't want to start no controversy. I can talk about Festival of Arts, but we always say Dangriga is the culture capital, but I was down there and I was thinking, man, I was just looking at the food, and you have the East Indian culture down there, Garifuna, the Maya, Kechimopan. I mean, the Creole culture is down there. That's where Miss Leela Vernon is from. So Toledo is a powerhouse, definitely, and I'm so happy to see the Chocolate Festival continuing and growing. I saw many different government partners down there as well from the business community, as well from other government partners. But what was, of course, really is the innovation, the chocolate soap. You know, the pods. I got a couple of the pods, and I was showing them to my daughter, and I said, this is what chocolate comes from.
Right.
But you can actually enjoy this, and it tastes like soursop, and I love it. And I hadn't.
Yeah. I always like love when kids see this is where it comes from, and they're like
this is where it comes from, and of course all of the chocolate muffin. You know, I ate like 3 banana chocolate muffins down there. You know, really nice event. Really nice event.
I know, it sounds so good. But definitely, it's really good to see that this event continues to succeed. Continues to grow, and there's more.
And encourage so much innovation. You know, there wasn't chocolate milk, there was chocolate juice. And I was like, okay, this isn't actually chocolate milk. This is cacao juice, you know? You know, so many nice products down there as well. Like I said, the handicraft down there. We got the Isieni dolls were there. I purchased a couple of those. She had launched she brought out the Garifuna dolls first, and now she has the Belize dolls.
Oh.
So it was just really nice to be down there.
We got to bring these dolls on the show.
Yes, we do have to, yes.
No, we need to get more conversations, more highlights for Belizeans and people abroad in general. Be able
with
to
the artisans that are just doing really interesting things.
Yeah, but thank you for letting us know how was your weekend in PG. And definitely shout out to everyone that was there making the best out of the festival. But now let's jump into what are some of the updates coming from the Institute of Creative Arts?
Yes, well, we have been busy since the start of February. That's when our Festival of Arts season kicks off. And we switch things around. The Festival of Arts is always adapting and changing.
Okay.
And, you know, we listen to our partners at Ministry of Education, and a couple years ago they said, you know, we think we need to move up the secondary festival earlier in the calendar year because our secondary students are engaged in a lot. Actually, I'm just grateful for the partnership with Ministry of Education because the schools do so much. So, you know, we had secondary earlier in the year so that they can focus on CXC and graduation and prom and everything. Because we used to start off with preschool. And now what we have done is go a little bit where now preschool and primary are closer together. And we had the preschool last week. And that was adorable, of course. That's been a work in progress for us since we revived the festival in 2023. We have worked with the preschool festival to make it more inclusive, a more happier, a more gentle and fun introduction to the arts. The adjudicators and the facilitators sat down to look at those rubrics, to look at those criteria and say, you know, we want this to be about excellence, and we want to start rewarding and recognizing early. But at that age, it should be about certain things. Where the introduction of the performing arts is concerned, it should be this way. And things change over different generations. So we had to sit down and say, okay, this is where the arts are now with that age group. This is the vision we want for them. And so we're seeing the manifestation of that, where we have the preschool Festival of Arts. One change, for example, we made is that when they do little storytelling or plays, the teacher can go in. Right? That's an example of a change that was made.
Okay.
And we're not adjudicating the teacher. She's not a part of it. She's just there to facilitate.
I see.
And so that they're not so timid. It's a lot to remember lines on your own. But if you can work creatively so that teacher takes up some of the slack, then the children still get that introduction to speech, even at that early age, how to portray characters. So that's an example of a change that we made, right?
And I think that's conducive to them having a safe place that they feel like they can start.
Right, or like with dance, the number of changes, what we call formation on stage, was reduced down to a certain number because again, it's learning, understanding, okay, we're not just here to shake up and dance, that when we come to the Festival of Arts, we're coming to do a choreography, but we don't want it to make it too complicated at the preschool level. That's something we should see growth. So preschool, primary, up to secondary, and it gets more complex. So now we have the primary school festival starting today.
Okay.
That's at the Bliss. It's opening.
How many primary schools participate in the Festival of Arts?
Oh, it's a lot. we literally engage with thousands of children, and it varies. And we are never worried by the numbers because one thing can impact a district. If we have one school that decides to do a big choral ensemble and bring in an entire form, that right there changes the number of participants in the Festival of Arts. But I mean, it's always between 2,500 to 3,000 something students across the Festival of Arts. And that's not including the students that just come to watch their peers, that are just sitting in the audience there to benefit from what we call arts appreciation, and seeing that is also really a good cultural exchange too, right? Because you're learning from all of the different cultural dances that come to the stage. It's really a positive experience for them, and it encourages you that if my classmate did it or my schoolmate did it, I can do it. I can go up on stage because it's not so scary. So it's quite a number of students, but the primary school is definitely the biggest section of the Festival of Arts. It's the biggest one, and we're starting off in the Belize district today. Nah, it's just a coincidence, just how we work out. We didn't start in Belize on purpose, but we're at the Bliss today. And interestingly enough, we have a packed itinerary this morning at the Bliss, because in addition to that showcase that's starting off in the theater, up on the second floor, we have the launch of the literary publication for 2025-2026. And that is the creative writing now. This is your short stories, your poetry, your short plays. This is where we're trying to make the festival fully inclusive. So that if I'm a child and I choose to express myself more by writing a story, I also have a platform to showcase. I like that. And I feel that, I am at this, that I share a platform with my fellow classmates that like to act or like to dance or sing. And that part of the arts had been absent from the Festival of Arts over 25 years. It had gone dormant. And so we worked hard last year to bring back a publication, because you again, just like how you have a showcase, you want to have a platform. So they need to be able to have a book presentation. And so last year we had that. And this year, again, today we have 45 students that are published.
Wow.
They are in a booklet, both secondary and primary school level. And we expect to have some readings this morning at the Bliss, as well as them getting the physical copy of their publication.
I can imagine how that just boosts a child's confidence completely.
Well, for me, it's a huge thing, because as you all know, that's my area of the arts. And I always used to remember that before I got my confidence and I came to the stage and everything, I used to write. I used to fill exercise books with poetry, and it's lonely and unseen. But definitely, any form of the arts you do, you want connection. You want to share what you wrote. If it's a story, if it's a little play, you want to be able to make a connection. It's not always about recognition. That is good, of course, but it's about that human connection with the arts. And so, if I can share my story with, and I know that it's in a publication, that's rewarding, that's encouraging, and we need more young writers. We need them to write.
Can you give us some details in regards to this launch?
Yes.
Is it open for persons to attend?
It's open for the public to attend. We have limited printed copies, but after this, the book will be on the 501 Academy, as was the previous one from last year. As I said, it's a mixture of contributions from both the primary and the secondary students. And I was reading through so many of them. Man, these stories are adorable.
Can you share one with us?
There's always something. There's always some sci-fi. Because we always think, what are we expecting them? There's always going to be some sci-fi. There's always going to be some personal reflection, something with your background or your culture. And the same with the poems. Even at the primary school level, I'm like, wow, they are bringing out some really good topics in their writing. But alongside that, we also have the visual art. This is still an area, work in progress for us. We are working to really build the participation. Again, many schools have visual art in their school calendar. And so we tell everybody, just save them. Again, don't just send them home. Just put them one side for Festival of Arts. And we have 50 pieces today launching at the Bliss. And we expect that, of course, the students, when they're done performing, they will go upstairs and view the artwork from across the country.
Sounds like ICA has a great collaboration with the education
It
system.
could not happen. I can't stress enough how important that partnership is with the Ministry of Education. We work closely with the district education centers across the country with the education officers. It's always a really rewarding experience to work with them. I really have to salute them. There's so much pride that they take in the way they engage with the schools, with the principals and the teachers at their district level. And, you know, I always tell this story. I said, you know, you would hear them say, that's my principal, or I can't wait for you to see what this school did. That's my school, you know, and you hear the pride. And you know that they spend a lot of time out in the field working with these schools and also the teachers. I think sometimes we see the work of the students on stage, but remember behind that production are teachers that sometimes came up with the lines, came up with the costumes, and of course the parents.
Yeah, there's
right?
a lot of different factors.
There's a lot of factors, and you know, when we look at it collectively, it's easy sometimes to just look at the collective picture, but I am always reminded that there are schools in very remote areas. Limited internet access still yet, limited electricity, and they just do the most innovative things. So there are there's no barriers to imagination, and again, kudos to the teachers that come up with the ideas, that rehearse with the students. And I think for us, it's really about that access to expressive arts, to creative expression, and the gratitude that students have that space during the curriculum that they can work on, you know, drama, music, dance.
I have two observations from Festival of Arts. One is what you just shared, which is it's a community affair. And it's so good to see, you know, communities coming together to put what they're going to present at the Festival of Arts. And that's beautiful to witness. It brings a pride in so many people. The next thing is how much Festival of Arts tends to have an impact in artists that we see now as adults. A lot of them, from conversations, they recall their first experience was at a Festival of Arts. And they're like, we loved it so much. Every year we continue showing up. It doesn't matter the level, but you can see like what it did for them.
Indeed. And sometimes they're not engaged in the arts. Sometimes they're in media. I encounter a lot of media personalities that say, I remember when I was on or other areas, you know, other careers. But you know, it's right that they remember that experience added something. And I always say that too, you know, even if you do not pursue a career in dance, music, drama, in art, what you get from your childhood involvement and engagement in the arts will stay with you in any career path. It's really important. But I'm glad you mentioned, Kevin, the community. Because after we get through with primary, School Festival of Arts this week, we have the return of Golden Nights, right?
Okay, Golden.
So Golden Nights. So I know a lot of older people, people that are, you know, in their 50s or older will remember that the Festival of Arts once had a different format. So after you would go through your district levels and you were given your bronze, your silver or gold, there would be Golden Nights. And these were community events, especially big, especially outside of Belize. But even in Belize City, because people were telling me they remember at Parish Hall, you would go for Golden Nights, you know, across the communities, the different venues in the districts, to basically see the golden performances. Now, we had changed that format. We had tried to streamline the process and make it whereby we could just have everything at the Bliss. But, you know, we've evaluated that too. And we listened. We listened to the feedback of people as we were moving across the country last year in our ICA work, telling us, we miss this. Why did this disappear? Because we work. As parents, you know, we try to rush out or we try to catch the live stream. But, you know, also community members, that even if you don't have a student there in the Festival of Arts, I would like to see this. I would like to see what the youths and children in my community would bring to the stage. And so we're having the Golden Nights. It's just $5 and $2 entrance. Anybody in the community just about can come out and enjoy, again, a nice evening of seeing the children from your district bringing their golden performances to the stage.
Where can people have access to information in regards to the venue and times to
On the Institute of Creative Arts page and through the Ministry of Education in your community. So that's where you will be finding out the venues and the times. And it's a rush Festival of Arts has to go, while we're planning Golden Nights, you see that we're still finishing up the primary school. So it's a momentous moment for us at ICA because, you know, it takes up a great deal of our time, a great deal of our calendar year. But again, for us, so very rewarding, I think, of just every year we go out and we are just blown away. And to see sometimes even their progression, you know, you start to see the little familiar faces. I remember when so-and-so was in Infant 1, and then now we're seeing them in Standard 3, and that progress that they're making. And that's where they emerge. That's where the future artists will likely emerge from, you know, from that experience of being in the Festival of Arts.
And I feel like it gives them the opportunity to really beyond just like competing for gold, but now I'm just showcasing my talent. So there's a little bit of pressure taken off from it. And I've gotten my goal, but now it shows that I've gotten goal, and this can equate now to performance.
To performance.
Community can come and support me, and that gives them the chance to be like, I'm on stage. So I love that idea, and I'm really hoping that people would come out because we're always saying we're looking forward to something to do.
That audience is very important. Like I said, you can bring them to the Blaze and they can sit, but the more audience you can have, even if it's just one person on stage. Every time you do something in the performing arts, remember that the audience is a huge component. It gives energy, it gives feedbacks. It's an exchange between the actor or the dancer on stage and the audience that is receiving that performance. And that is why, like I said, even though we tried during COVID to go online, nothing beats the energy.
I agree.
Right.
The shouting and the screaming and everything,
right.
and laughter that you hear in person.
If you just look at a recording sometime from a really good, we do workshops with this to prepare the adjudicators. And sometimes we would show a clip and we would say, you're going to know if this is going to be gold, silver, and bronze, because even before we tell you, you start hearing the reactions and you start seeing the look, because children know when you have nailed a performance and you have done really well, you know, right? And you hear that reaction from the audience as well, and you said, okay, this was an impactful presentation. And we never want to make it about, you know, gold, silver, and bronze, but that the teachers receive that feedback from the adjudicators, and so that they can improve next time and keep improving.
I love it. Ms. Kimwana, thank you so much for joining us today on the couch to give us these updates coming from the Institute of Creative Arts. And just this conversation with you has been so enjoyable because in the manner in which you were presenting, you were able to, like, you know, captivate all the energy and emotion that comes from the different events that you're going to be hosting now and in the next couple of weeks, and people can expect. As we wrap up this conversation, I would like to invite you to give a message to the parents or the community behind the Festival of Arts. What would you like to share with them?
To continue to support the involvement of children in the creative arts. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of preparation, both for the teachers and for the families of home, but that support is so important, and it's so important that it is sustained. And when the Golden Nights come to your community next week, we look forward to seeing everybody out to give them that support.
Wow, as soon as next week.
As soon as next week, yes.
I love it.
So definitely it's going to be a great time for persons out there. I've already put in the chat the Institute of Creative Arts as well as the Ministry of Education. You go and check out their pages and you see all the schedules when you're supposed to be coming out. Today, we start off with Belize City for
primary school Festival of Arts.
I can remember my days.
Right. So today is the city schools, and then tomorrow we have all the rural schools. Yes.
Oh my God.
So good luck to every single student out there, to every parent that's being able to support their child, any guardian, all of their classmates, teachers, and big up to the teachers once again. We celebrated Teachers Day last weekend. You talked so much about how these teachers are writing the lines, doing the costumes, doing the groundwork, able to now come on stage and be able to support. They're pouring so much
into the
and we just want to big every single person that has small or big hands to put into the pot to make sure these kids are getting that well-rounded support for creativity, imagination, which has no barrier, as Ms. Kim has said.
That's true. Have a great time.
Yes.
And with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between. Each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
To the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service, and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids, and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Endure Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. It's time for us to have a great conversation on what are the incredible deals that Cellular World has to offer. Joining us on our couch, we have Fernando Santos, Marketing Manager at Cellular World. Fernando, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How is your energy today, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
No, definitely we are at 15 at Cellular World with the promotions that we have this month. We don't want to say, the month is finishing, everything's done. No, everything's starting again this Monday and with full strength.
Oh my God. So we're also joined by Luisa Balona, Marketing Supervisor at Cellular World. Luisa, are you at a 15 too?
20.
Not her
20.
topping, Fernando. Okay. Like,
I am like, what are they drinking?
what are you guys?
What are you guys
Like,
drinking?
I normally don't get the 20, like at 17.5 or something.
You?
That is, right?
I stick to a 9.
Kevin sticks to a 9.
I stick to a 9. It's manageable.
average,
It's
like-
manageable for me.
That's something that they know at the office. If they see somebody running, even in the hottest of days, it's marketing.
Oh my goodness.
So
yes.
they know that we start the week with energy.
Oh,
See,
okay.
that's part of the secret.
Because there's a lot of great things.
But
that
Luisa,
was doing.
what gets you at a 20? Out of the many topics that we're going to be discussing today, what has you at a 20?
I don't know. I just feel so, up there. I don't know. It's
She's
just
like, I woke up
something-
like this.
Yeah, it's something in me. Because even for agric, all of my coworkers, the guy would say, Luisa, how you have so much energy for the run up and down for the 3 days? I
And
don't
you just
know.
came. You're just ready. You're excited.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. Okay.
All right.
So that's what you just come.
Just go for it.
Sometimes maybe you just got it and sometimes you don't got it.
That's true.
And maybe you just don't got it. Like you don't got it 20.
accept
You don't
that.
got it. You
I don't have
stick
it.
to your 9.
That's why my 9 is
You
manageable.
stick to your 9 and you'll be fine. You do that, baby.
Yeah. But what can get us like getting our energy level high? Let's start talking about what are some of the Samsung TV promos that Cellular World currently has available.
Okay, so for our current month of May, which is still Mother's Month actually, even though Mother's Day already went.
Yes, so true.
But it's still, catered to moms. So we do have our ongoing promotions, which includes up to 25% off on selected TV models, which range, specifically Samsung, which ranges from 32 inches all the way up to 98 inches.
98 inches.
Yes.
That is
How much?
98 inches.
98.
Oh my God.
That's like, you don't
That's like
have.
so many Kevins.
No. A lot of Kevins. I'm just thinking about when you get that, you don't know, like, bring the popcorn. You have a comfortable seat. This is a whole movie theater you'd have.
Exactly.
And then you have to have sound system and kind of.
Yes.
And I'm sure Cellular World has a sound system and everything to,
Oh, yeah.
That's
to
right.
have you.
It's just like, oh yes.
That's right. We have our Samsung soundbars that accompany the TVs because the TVs have great sound, great equipment, but the soundbar is the final cherry on top of the cake. Because if you're gonna get a 98-inch TV right now, might as well get the nicest sound out there possible.
So you hear it perfectly, like a crisp and perfect in that way. Oh.
That's right.
So we have what, 30 what?
32.
32 to
98.
Yes.
You can't say that Naga size for you. Like,
I agree.
if you say that Naga size, something is wrong.
That's right.
They're wrong.
And the discounts are big. Like
Tell us
most
about
of the
that.
most of the sizes are now at a lower tier price that went from last month. Our 50-inch is now at the price that the 43-inch was last month.
Oh, wow.
And we have huge discounts on all of our TVs, especially on Samsung. We have our Crystal UHD line and our QLED line to bring the features that you like the best, and especially because we have a big sports event, the biggest sports event in the world coming up right next month.
Yes.
If people are looking to get the latest technology for their home and say, this year is where I want to go big, then you can start getting your TVs at Cellular World, and especially go with a Samsung. It gives you 1-year warranty and the best technology out there.
That's a good addition. That by purchasing a Samsung product, you have a 1-year warranty because
That's
Cellular
right.
World is an authorized dealer for Samsung.
That's right. No matter if you're looking for a TV, a soundbar, a new phone, a washing machine, everything that Samsung and Cellular World will give you 1-year warranty to support your purchases and know that you're getting them at the right place. And especially with the technology that comes these days, you want to know that they are reliable. And because anything can happen in between the production and purchasing it, you want to know that the place that you're gonna invest your money has your back, and that's our promise to our customers. So we have 1-year warranty to support and make sure that what you pay for is what you get.
In that regard, Fernando, let's talk about the new appliances that you have available other than the televisions at Cellular World.
Yes, because if you're gonna get a new TV and you say, okay, this is my treat for myself, but you say, hey, My washing machine is pretty slow these days. It consumes a lot of electricity. I have a fridge that's older than me. And, that's pretty common. I see at my grandparents' house fridges that are older than my parents.
Oh my goodness.
So you say, I think it's about time to renew my other rooms of the house. Also, we have at Cellular World great promotions and a new line of appliances from Samsung, which gives smart features and the best technology to equip your home.
Nice.
We have everything from fridges that now come with different sizes of tablets, so that you can access from your phone, from your TV, all the technology that you want. If you want to search for a recipe, if you want to know what's inside your fridge, you can now get a smart fridge and start making a big leagues improvement in your lifestyle.
I love this for us. And the fact that they can go and they have that safety and security that I'm buying this item and I can be able to have the 1-year warranty. I can be able to know exactly. I could walk in, test it out, touch it. You want the tablet become one.
Yes.
That kind of thing. I think that's very beautiful for persons that are trying to shop for something. Like when you shop, you want to be able to touch, you want to be able to ask a lot of questions. I understand it,
You become one with
You
the
become one with the fridge. Baby boo, yes. Come on now, Kevin. Look at that. And there's so much things to enjoy from there. And you have new lines of Samsung appliances also to be able to enjoy. So let's talk a little bit about that.
That's right. We brought some of our fan favorites from our laundry towers that have the washer and dryer on top of each other. But people are asking, hey, where's the gas model? Because electricity can get expensive. So now we have variety of gas dryers, whether you want the laundry hub, which can give you up to almost a month without having to recharge the softener, the detergent.
Oh, nice.
You just fill it up once at the beginning of the month, and it gives you up to 24 loads for you to go continuously without having to worry. We have the electric and gas options. And for those who already have their washer and they say, I just want to upgrade my dryer, I don't want to have to hang it on the sun each day. Well, we have now a new variety of dryers, whether you're looking for electric, gas. We have in different styles, starting at a very good price right now. And some of our fridges as well. They have now big discounts so that you can say, okay, this is the month to upgrade my home. And might as well get it from Samsung at Cellular World.
Might as well just upgrade. Let's do things nice. We have good prices. We have great things.
Yeah. What's exciting about Cellular World is, so we move on to talk about Motorola now. You're also like an authorized dealer now for Motorola. What's happening in Motorola, Luisa?
Well, Hello Moto is such an
Hello
iconic,
Moto.
an iconic phrase. Back in the days, I remember when the Razor used to be popular.
My Razor.
Oh my God! Oh yes.
I love
And my
my
hot pink
Razor.
one, you had that Razor. Like if you didn't, what were you doing in life?
That's
Yeah,
true.
I had a silver.
Oh yes, me too. We had a silver.
I had my hot pink, guys.
I love
we're
my
not in
Razor.
we're not in the category together.
Yes, but we are now the official distributor for Motorola. And so right now we have a current ongoing promotion actually for this month of May, whereby any Motorola device you purchase, which we currently have 4 models, the G06, the G17, the G17 Power, and the G77. So for any G06, G17, and G17 Power, you can get a free Motorola merch. We didn't bring the bag, but you get a tote bag, and then you also get
Your own phone tag.
Yeah, phone tag with it, branded with Motorola. And if you purchase a G77, then you get the exclusive water bottle from Motorola.
Look at that. Not having only devices, but you get merged up on top. You're like, tell me how to repot it. Tell me how to repot.
Yeah. What is the phone tag?
It's like a little pop socket.
Oh, okay.
So you put it on your phone.
Oh, I see. All right.
But not only that, you get free, because in the box itself, because I know a lot of phones don't usually come with all the essentials you need, especially your charger. And especially if you have to buy a phone case separate for your phone. But with Motorola, you get the full package.
Oh.
You get your own free case, you get your charger, and you get your cable with it. Plus, 1-year warranty from your trusted provider.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
I love the fact that you get a phone case because that's always a stress. No, seriously, that's the stress because you have to baby the phone.
Yes.
If you don't get the phone case right then and there with the baby, like, come my phone. You move it around because you don't want it to drop or broke or whatever it is. So now you have all of that. You just pop. Let's go. Let's roll.
Let's go.
I love it. Hello, Moto.
Hello, Moto.
That's right. The most important thing with Motorola is the style, because it comes with great colors. We have things with Motorola are to not hide in the background, are for you to stand out and shine in the front of everybody. Having something different, for all the Motorola fans out there. Now we have, again, Motorola in the house with 1-year warranty on all of your purchases. But for the remainder of the month of May, any Motorola device that you buy at Cellular World will give you a chance to win one of 3 luxury dinners that we are raffling for our customers at the end of the month. So no matter if you're in San Pedro, in Belmopan, in Orange Walk, or here in Belize City, if you purchase 1 Motorola device or any amount of Motorola devices, you will enter to win one of our 3 luxury dinners sponsored by Cellular World and Motorola for you and a loved one to have a nice dinner out and enjoy your new devices.
Wow. But you know what? Go buy a Motorola, you carry me out.
So it can't be the other way around. Buy a Motorola and carry me out. Since you want fashion,
We're doing equality here.
Whatever. I didn't ask for that. Ask for equity. But definitely, it's a great opportunity for persons out there because there's a month of raffles. There's a month of different great things that people could get from. And all of this information is, of course, streamlined on Cellular World's page. So people can see exactly what are the things that they can be able to do. What are you looking forward to with this month of raffle and everything, Luisa?
Well, the thing is that Cellular World is doing it big. Because, yes, we already raffled certain prizes before. For instance, we recently did the winner for the one-night stay in a deluxe suite at Jaguar Reef. So Jerry E. Banks was the winner. Congrats again to him. So he was super excited. So when I called him, he said, "Are you sure you're not pranking me?"
Oh, that's because he's like, I don't normally win these things. This is amazing, right?
Like we were trying to call him on the live stream. Dala was trying to call him, but unfortunately he was traveling on the road, so he couldn't answer till afterwards.
Good job for road safety practices.
I'm proud of him. Big up yourself, Jerry.
Yes. But not only did we have that raffle, but we also did a raffle. Well, we have upcoming raffles then beside the Motorola one. Right now at Albert Street branch, we have one currently ongoing, and this is a partnership thanks to Caribbean Sprinter. So we're doing a basket giveaway whereby you're not only going to win a round trip ticket to Key Calker to San Pedro, courtesy of Caribbean Sprinter, also a Yeti cup from them. You're also going to be getting a bottle of wine, snacks, an Uno Tech bullet speaker, and so forth. That is for Albert Street branch. So every $200 you spend, let's say for instance you bought a Motorola phone, not only will you get into the Motorola giveaway, but you're also going to be entered into the Albert Street one if you purchase from Albert Street. So let's say if your Motorola device costs $700. So for every $200, you're going to be entered into that raffle.
Okay. That's really good to know, and thank you for sharing the details as to how the raffle works. I start winding down on this conversation. Let's talk about the next thing that, of course, we're here talking about the excellent promos and the deals that Cellular World has to offer. But what's also exciting is that you get to take these opportunities on the road for people to have access. So give us the calendar as to where you're going to be this month.
This month has been very exciting. Just this weekend, we were down south in the Chocolate Fest as well. We had our team bringing Motorola, the latest Samsung TV promotions, everything at the Chocolate Fest in PG. We were also in Dangriga. And at the end of this month, for people who are watching us up north, we're going to be in Corozal at the end of the month, Saturday 30th at the Market Square. We're going to be bringing all of these promotions and everything. If you see something that we didn't mention, but it's on our social media and you want to ask for it, you can send us a message on Facebook, on Instagram, or on WhatsApp at 615-5141 and request your product. So we take it to you at Corozal this upcoming Saturday 30th.
Wow. Hey, that's pretty convenient.
Yeah, you know,
you can take them their product, you know.
I like that. Feel like, you know, you make this whole thing convenient for me, so I don't have to necessarily worry about it.
You go online, you see what they have, you want something, you pay for it, and then you're gonna take it at the end of the month.
That's right. We're gonna take it to Corozal. No charges added for everybody who wants to pick up a Corozal Market Square, because a lot of people have to go drive an hour and have to go to our Orange Walk branch or pay the delivery fee. If you want to get it at the pop-up shop, we are going to be bringing all of our products, and we can get them for you specially, so you can get them reserved early and no charges added for taking it to Corozal.
I like that. Okay.
Somebody's here is reminiscing on their past Motorola phone. They missed their flip phone. They're like, what's a loyal friend?
Yes, exactly.
So you can go out and check out all the great things Cellular World has to offer. Maybe you can find something else that can be a loyal friend to you.
Yeah, and somebody's saying those 98 inches make you feel like the people on the screen are coming for you.
You need it in a big room, because if you have it in a small room, it's like you and the TV right there. Right there. That's a whole different story.
That's the size of TVs that are starting to say, this is bigger than I am. You really need to have a dedicated room. But how often do you get to say, hey, this is my moment to enjoy the biggest sports event in the world with the right size of TV, a 98-inch. You say, okay, I'm going to enjoy it for the rest of my life, but right now, I want to see my favorite team winning the cup. I don't know about you guys. I'm looking forward for Spain to win. But everybody has a stake in the game, and it's definitely time to see it with the right technology from Samsung. For one reason, it's the #1 brand of TVs for over 20 years now. And with Cellular World, you know that you're getting it at the best price. We are making sure that nowhere else in the country, not even if you want to get them outside and bring them in here, you're not going to find them at a better price than you can at Cellular World for the month of May.
Excellent, excellent. So people know they're getting an amazing deal for that. You know, miss out on it. You can also go check out their Facebook page. For people in Corozal, guys, no waste no time. This is the time right now that you need to be checking out, whether it be when they come for the pop-up or beforehand, so that you can be able to get your device delivered to you.
That is true. And what's exciting is that you're here talking about incredible deals. I look forward to what's going to come next month with the dads and grads promo. Wow, so there's always something to look forward to coming from Cellular World.
That's right.
Folks, we thank you so much for joining us today. Give us insight into the great deals. We wish you a great week. You know, people show up from Motorola, great, incredible giveaways, participate in the raffle, incredible devices, warranty there for like a year. Great stuff, Brendan.
Great stuff completely. I mean, you know, all the best on this week and, of course, the rest of this month, because Corozal is going to be getting a great time. And for persons out there, make sure you're checking out their Facebook page and seeing, going on the online store and seeing exactly what's happening, have conversations. But come in also person, because that's a great experience to be able to touch different things, talk and see exactly all the devices.
You said be one with the fridge?
Be one with the fridge. The fridge and you become one, darling. Like you open, close, and then after that you close, open. So like, it's a whole experience that you have to get when you go up to Cellular World's different locations. But with that, we're going to go up to a commercial break, and when we're back, we'll be wrapping up today's show. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for a journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids, and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm in Durcraft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We are back. Just the two of us.
That's all I know.
We can make it if we try. You don't know this song?
The two of us. I don't like, yeah.
You and I. Guys, it's just the two of us. And we are at the ending of...
It's just the two of us.
It's literally just the two of us. They have people in the background. There's Glenn. Here's Mary Francis. Wait, where's she there? Oh.
In there, there's Denver.
She don't like the outside we, you know. You realize that? She stay far from we. She stay with the AC.
She's like, Angeline, deal with them.
Priority. Wow, guys, you spicy. Okay.
Yeah,
Hot
the
tamale.
Monday.
Kevin the go on like this because Kevin will not be here on Wednesday and Friday.
On Friday and next week Monday. I'll be out for the next 3 shows.
So he's gonna be back till next week Wednesday.
Yeah,
All right, because he's going to catch flights. He got plane batty.
I'll be in Kingston, in Jamaica.
Kingston! Your way to Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Sean Kingston. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And now I can see the connection.
Now you get it. Eventually
Yeah.
you get it. You always get it eventually. But we have to thank, of course, the 2 guests that we had in today. Of course, it was Cello World talking about their amazing deals just previously. And then, of course, Miss Kim Vasquez talking about the Festival of Arts and the Golden Nights and all the great stuff that they're doing. I'm really proud of Ika of how they're really like extending that branch with the Ministry of Education. Like I was telling her, I would love to see them have even more partnerships with like Department of Services and so forth. So it's something in the pipeline that we're looking forward to see because, you know, culture, art, it's everybody's business. And when we get the young people or the children from very, very young, we get to instill those values in them. And get them excited about imagination, creativity, and what they bring to the table.
And the beautiful community support that comes to
big up to
ensure
all
that
the
these
teachers
kids
and
do their
everybody.
best performance. So congratulations to everybody that's involved in the preparation of preschoolers, primary schoolers, high schoolers,
All the schoolers.
in this
All the schoolers.
Festival of Arts. So yeah,
With that, we've come to the ending of the show, boo-boo.
I'm looking forward to the ending. You know why? Because I really like the song that Glenn picked today.
Oh yeah, big up to Glennifer.
Big up to Glennifer for choosing
He
today's.
picked the song today, and it came with pizzazz. It was like, first one time he said it, we were like,
Where?
And then when we heard it, we're like, So we'll send you guys off. Join Courtney and Brandon tomorrow, and then the excitement comes up.
Then I'll see you next week.
So Kevin's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone.
I'll miss you, and I love you so
Will
much.
he miss us? That's the question. I don't think so.
Bye,
Play
folks.
the music.
We love you.
Anywhere the camera is where I need to be. Girl, you have man underneath. Baby girl, you a masterpiece. Oh Lord, yeah, where the camera is where I need to be.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up,